Hello, hello. All right, this is our first podcast for Dewey the movie. I'm here with Jerry, the production coordinator, and super all-around guy, good guy. Say hi to the people, Jerry.
Super guy, super.
So we were talking earlier about favorite Dewey Beach stories. Jerry, you got one?
I think one of the funniest things that happened this summer, and I kind of hesitate to tell this story because I feel like I'm tooting my own horn here, but Thursday night we went down in my house that I was a part of. There's like 3 weeks throughout the summer where we don't have access to it because the owner rents it out.
I know this
And
story.
me having the poor attention to detail or no attention to detail, didn't realize that I got done on a Thursday. Wasn't allowed to be in our house till Friday at 3. Pulled in the driveway, went in. House was unlocked like it always is. Went in my bedroom, dropped my bag, and went back out to, I believe, McShay's or
This
I
is
don't
the
know.
weekend that Paul and we all went down to fly in the helicopter,
That's
right?
right. That's right.
Still in the helicopter.
That's right. Because you were flying in the helicopter with the camera on Friday morning, getting the aerial shots of Dewey. So we had to go down on Thursday night, and got back to the house about 1 o'clock, and was pretty well drunk. Paul was there, so it was a little bit more of a special occasion. And
We drank at McShay's. I want to say from 2 in the afternoon to about 1 that night or something.
no, we went down after work that time.
Did we?
Yeah, so that wasn't one of the long days, but that was a normal like 9 to 1. But that's still enough beers with shots peppered in. I think maybe you and Paul got there
That's right.
earlier.
Paul and I got there around 3.
You got there earlier. I got down there late. So 1 o'clock, I go back to the house and I go in the basement door and it's locked, which is kind of unusual. It's usually always unlocked. And then I go up to the next level door and it's locked. The sliding door is locked. So I go to the keypad. I know the code to get the spare key out. That's empty. Like, what in the world is going on? So I start beating on the door. I got a little belligerent. Long story short, there's 2 families there with kids and teenagers and infants, and I woke everybody up at 1 o'clock in the morning.
What did you tell the guy?
I screamed at them, let me in. I promised them it was my weekend. I was allowed to be there. It wasn't my off weekend. I just want to go in and go to bed. I told them my name for some reason. And so I went back to Tom's house, crashed there for the night. Had 2 messages the next morning on my phone from the Keith, the owner of the house, and it was like, yeah, you need to keep your distance. This guy's pretty pissed. So the funny thing is, my bag was in there the whole time because I dropped it off when I first got into town at 8 or 9 that night. I was quite sure that he had thrown that off the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, and my clothes were in the bay, but it was actually still intact. So.
Yeah, but when you told us that story the next morning, we were like, how the hell did they even know it was you? And you said, I'm Jerry.
Yeah. Well,
Banging on the door, I'm Jerry.
I was pretty full of myself that night.
My house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's no secret for the owner of who to go to, who to blame.
We drank all night, and then I had to go up in the helicopter for about 2 hours, and I was fine. And this was like at 8 in the morning, which I don't get up at 8 in the morning. And we landed at 10, and they wanted to go back up. I'm like, no, I can't do this. I'm going to throw up if I go back up again. And then from there, we put the gear in our house, locked it up, and then we went to Starboard, and we were there for, I want to say, 15 hours that day drinking.
Yeah, we had to pay out our first tab at the shift change at like 2. Tab was like $180. We played credit card roulette, and I got stuck with that one.
That's right. Then we met those 3 girls, and she had hickeys all over her neck, and I went and got her that hickey shirt.
Yeah, she was like wearing a turtleneck in July to try to hide them, but we figured it out. So Tom excused himself, ran down the street, had a T-shirt made up that said, I have hickeys.
I have hickeys.
Ask me how I got my hickeys or something like that.
And everyone thought when I left that I was like throwing up, right? Because I had that idea in my head, and I didn't say a word. I just got up and walked out.
Carbon Leaf played that night at Bottle and Cork,
Oh, that's right.
and things got a little fuzzy after that.
Yeah, we all kind of went our separate ways, and then like around 12 something, I went back to the house. I didn't see anybody there, so I just thought to go over to the ball and cork, and then I walked in, and I think it was Maddie who was there as well, was just kind of hanging out with the carbon. Said, "Hey, buddy's over there," and I said, "My buddy, he came over here like 3 hours ago." He said, "Yeah, he's still there. He's dancing by himself on stage."
Is that Paul or me?
That was Paul.
Oh.
That was Paul by himself with a Miller Lite, shaking his little butt, by himself watching the carbon leaf. Yeah, I'm not sure how we functionally filmed a movie that whole summer.
Well, I think what happened that weekend was the aerial shots was such a big part of this, and being a fairly low budget independent film, to get aerial footage like that, normally an independent film couldn't do it because it's just not in the budget. And so we were able to pull it off in high definition, of course. So I think after Friday morning, after we got so much good footage, we kind of felt like we had done so much for the weekend that we weren't overly productive with the rest of the weekend.
People were coming and going, and then like taking naps. Hell, probably going to Atlantic City for the afternoon, and then coming back and we're still at that same spot drinking.
In fact, I think you left on Saturday.
Yeah, I couldn't.
You and Paul left on
I
Saturday.
that Sunday.
Liver transplant.
Yeah. Yeah, I gained I think 25 pounds that summer eating cheesesteaks at 3 in the morning, wings, and then just IVing alcohol directly in my veins. Oh yeah. All right, well that's the wrap up of the first iPod podcast thing, and we'll check out later. Say goodbye, Jay.
Goodbye.